What's going on, everybody? It's your boy JP, back with another video. Want to do a quick hands-on on the new Asus Zenfone 5Z. I did a video on the regular Zenfone 5 back a couple months ago, and it didn't come out so great. The audio wasn't working, not even halfway through the video. I apologize about that. I just chose not to redo it. After the OnePlus 5, I had gotten my hands on the OnePlus 5, listen to me. After the Zenfone 5, I had gotten my hands on the OnePlus 6. And honestly, I missed the Zenfone 5 immediately. I loved the power of the OnePlus 6, but I missed the customization that the Zenfone 5 had. So when I found that the Zenfone 5Z was available, I quickly got it. And let me tell y'all, I really do like this device more than the OnePlus 6. I enjoy seeing Jay Will's video on the regular Zenfone 5, talking about how he uses it as a daily driver. He loves it. I never had any of the camera issues he had. I had about 2 updates on it when I had it, and I had it for about a month. I don't know if maybe one of those updates fixed the camera issue before I ever realized that there was a camera issue, but all around, I loved that phone. The Snapdragon 636 was a monster. I'm actually getting the Moto Z3 Play either tomorrow or Friday, which has the same Snapdragon 636, and I cannot wait to play with that. I will do a video on that as well. I also have the Stylo 4 by LG, the Metro PCS version. I do have it unlocked. I may or may not do a video on that. There's already so many videos on that because the phone has just become such a big hit. Best value and budget, honestly. But we're not here to talk about the Stylo 4. We're here to talk about the Zenfone 5Z. I'm going to make this quick. Yes, you notice a difference between this and the regular 5. They look exactly the same. They have the same camera, which scored very high Dexo mark, 93. It was a 90 overall when they included the video recording. Fantastic score for a mid-range phone. You know, the 5Z, you may expect some people anyway to have a better camera, but for the price, it's great. I mean, it's fine that it's the same camera as the 5. It's better than the OnePlus 6 in my opinion, either way you look at it. A lot of people have been asking me about the AI capabilities. I love that Asus has taken advantage of the AI capabilities of the Snapdragon 845 and even the 636 out of the regular 5. They've done a lot more with it than Samsung did with the Galaxy S9s. It's about on par with what LG has done with the G7 ThinkQ and the V35 ThinkQ. They've done more than Huawei and Honor have done with the Kirin 970. One of the things that disappointed me with the OnePlus 6 was that they didn't take advantage of any AI capabilities that the processor features. That's just a downfall to me. I suspect that the OnePlus 6T will feature AI capabilities, and then they'll end up moving those capabilities to the regular 6, you know, through a software update once the 6T comes out. I'm just kind of guessing. They may or may even do it beforehand. Who knows? But the Zenfone 5Z is where it's at. This is the 6GB model. It's going to cost about $500-ish. I paid $550. I'll pay the extra tax to get it early before it comes out in the US. It was just listed on Asus's US website today. Don't pay attention to that $2,000 price tag or $199.9 or whatever it actually says. I did actually see that. I'm sure it's just a placeholder for the time being, but I did see that in the US it was going to come out with the standard 4GB model, which I hope not. I hope it's standard 6 gigs. That's what this model is. My OnePlus 6 was actually an 8GB model, but I have noticed nothing. Honestly, this doesn't run even anywhere close to stock Android, and it's, to me, I enjoy it more than the OnePlus 6. I haven't noticed any slowdown, even though the OnePlus 6 uses stock Android, and this also gets better battery life despite having a similar size battery. I don't know the exact sizes off top between the two phones, but I would work 9 or 10 hour shifts at work. I'm up an hour before I even, go to work. I wake up early. You're talking 3:30 in the morning, and by the time I got to work, my OnePlus 6 would be between 39 and 29% battery life. and that was with and without Bluetooth running with the smartwatch. The Zenfone 5Z gets almost as good as battery life as the regular Zenfone 5 did for me. After work, this thing has between 55 and 50% battery life. I mean, it's way better, way better. Even though the OnePlus 6 runs stock Android, you really can tell that the Zenfone 5Z and the Zenfone 5 are both just amazingly optimized, considering that they do run a skin over Android with the Zen UI 5.0. But it's a lot cleaner than Asus used to have on their phones. It still has a little bloat, not much, but I love it. I love the customizations. I love what Asus does with the quick toggles. I mean, it's a fantastic phone. It does. It is. I mean, the AI capabilities again are just top notch on this phone. A lot of people have been asking me about the AI battery charge. It's awesome. It's basically, dash charge on OnePlus takes the heat off the phone and puts it on the wall unit itself. That's kind of what the AI charging kind of does in a way. And it is very fast and efficient. It knows when it needs to charge the fastest, and it charges the slowest. It learns your habits is what it does, and it does that to save the overall battery's life, 2, 3, 4 years down the road. Of course, I will never keep this that long, but it is definitely future-proofed. I mean, I'm sure that 2 years from now, this phone is going to be still a fantastic running phone. I mean, 2 years, now the phones like the Axon 7 are still being used. So, and even just the Snapdragon 636 powered Zenfone 5 are great upgrades from the Axon 7, seeing how we may not even get the Axon 9. But I am very satisfied with this phone. The Zenfone 5 that I had was the Midnight Blue, which was almost black. This is the Meteor Silver, and I think I do like this one a lot more. And this is everything in the box here. The quick charge wall unit, the USB Type-C cable, the headphones with the different size earplugs. We love Photo, which is the moniker they made with the Zenfone 4s, and they kind of passed it back over to the Zenfone 5. You do get a clear TPU case. Those are my favorite. I like very minimalistic cases. I like to be able to show off the aesthetics of the device. But great phone, great phone. Like I said, this has 64 gigs internal, 6 gigs of RAM, Snapdragon 845, 2.8 gigs. Another thing I like to touch on with the AI technology is the AI boost. It worked pretty well on the Zenfone 5. It was somewhat noticeable, but the Zenfone 5Z, the AI boost is, it's noticeable. You really can't tell a difference between the two phones. But I'm going to tell you, the Zenfone 5Z is worth the $100 more from the Zenfone 5, but at the same time, it's also worth saving the $100 for the Zenfone 5 instead of the 5Z. Either way, you can't go wrong. They're both extremely value-conscious phones. I mean, neither one of them can really be beat, in my opinion. I'm really looking forward to the Moto Z3 Play. I think as far as the Snapdragon 636 goes, it may be a better device than the Zenfone 5. But as far as the Snapdragon 845, the Zenfone 5Z to me is the winner. I've had the Galaxy S9, not the Plus, just the regular S9, the OnePlus 6, I had another Snapdragon 845 powered device, and I can't even think of it. Yeah, that's right. I had the Mi Mix 2S. All great devices, but really, the Zenfone 5Z was my favorite. And I may be biased because I did love the 5. I just didn't, I didn't think that you'd really notice a whole lot, but you do. You do. And it's not a bad thing either way. I mean, they're really both dang near the same device. The 5Z just does everything faster than the 5, but that's to be expected because you're getting more RAM and a more powerful processor. But other than that, there's really nothing that the 5Z does that the 5 can't do. I mean, I applaud you for spending the extra $100 for the 5Z, and at the same time, I don't blame you if you want to save the $100 and get just the Zenfone 5. Jay Will has more devices than I have, and he swears by the 5 and uses it as his daily driver right now. And he has tons of other devices that run the Snapdragon 845. He has both Galaxy S9s, if I'm not mistaken. You know, and I'm not sure really of anything else, to be honest. I know I just made the statement that he has a lot more in that field, but he may not. But he definitely has the experience that I have, if not more. But the Zenfone 5Z is a gorgeous device. I absolutely love it. Look forward to my video for the Moto Z3 Play, and I may or may not do one on the Stylo 4. Fantastic budget phone. It's really the best in its price bracket. But there's already so many great videos for it. But shout out to Jay Will, shout out to Flossie Carter, shout out to Magic Tech, shout out to Donovan, just, everybody. But hope y'all liked the video. I'll try to do a few more videos on this phone. Sorry for all of the talking here. I hope y'all enjoyed it. Got some questions? Let me know. Peace.